Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some 1961 pre-Bats Apba Bats League, and we got the Detroit Tigers in a second game of a two-game series against the Washington Senators. And leading off for the Detroit Tigers, playing left field, Ty Cobb, batting second, playing center field, Harry Hellman, batting third, playing right field, Al Kaline, batting fourth, playing first base, Hank Greenberg, batting fifth, playing second base, Charlie Gehringer, batting sixth, playing third base, Ray Boone, batting seventh, playing shortstop, Harvey Kuhn, batting eighth, doing the catching, Frank House, and on the mound, batting ninth is Dizzy Trout for the Tigers. And let's see who's going to start here for the Washington Senators. Leading off, playing center field, Sam Rice. Batting second, playing shortstop, Cecil Travis. Batting third, playing left field is Goose Goslin. Batting fourth, playing third base is Harmon Killebrew. Batting fifth, playing right field is Hani Manchi. Batting sixth, doing the catching, Muddy Rule. Batting seventh, playing first base is Mickey Vernon. Batting eighth, playing second base is Buddy Meyer. And on the mound for the Senators, we're going to change this lineup around just a little bit. I'm going to change this around. Sorry about that. We're going to move Muddy down to eighth. Yeah, there we go. Have Mickey batting sixth, Buddy batting seventh, and Muddy batting eighth is what we'll do here. All right, let's get down to the field and get this game started. Give me 1 second here. We'll get a little announcement on here. There we go. And we're ready to start this game as Ty Cobb's going to lead it off here for the Tigers, batting .268 with a homer and 5 RBIs. This is Walter Johnson's third appearance. He has no record. He's got a 1.06 ERA. Here's the pitch to Cobb. And that's going to be a ground ball down right out in front of the plate. And Rule's going to come up with it, make a nice play. Fired down to first and gets the speedy Ty Cobb. Out number one. And up to the plate now is Harry Hellman. Hellman's batting .206. No homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. And Tigers got the first base runner aboard here. As you can see, Washington's upcoming schedule. You got 4-game series. They'll be going to Chicago, and then they come back home and start a series against the Red Sox. Okay, lines up now with a runner down at first. He's batting .333 with 4 homers and 10 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. They strike K-Line out. That'll be out number 2. 2 down here now on the top of the first. And we got Hank Greenberg up. Hank's batting .182. No homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a 37. That's going to be probably he's not a nope, he's P2. So that's going to be a rare play, a 66 on a 37. The runner down at first. 37. And that's going to be out in left field. And Goose is out there. See what kind of play he makes. 33 on a 2, probably fielding column 2. And it is. And that's going to be a single in the left. Batter takes second on air. Runner to third on air. And out trying for score. So that's going to be a single. It's going to be an E7. And a runner on first is going to be out trying for home. Oh, wait a second. It says S holds at third. Yeah. Oh, hold on a second. Let's read this whole thing. We just screwed the pooch up on this. Let's read this whole thing first. It says, single to left, batter takes second on air, runner to third on air, and out trying to score. S runner holds at third, and Hellman's an S runner. Then it says any runner scores with 2 outs. So he's going to score. So that's going to be a single. Try this all over again. Sorry about that. So we're going to have a single, an E7. See if where's the batter end up at? And I guess the batter's going to stay at first. And the runner on first is going to score. Okay. So costly error out there by Gosling gives the Tigers a 1-0 lead here. What just happened there? Try this again. He's supposed to score. So we'll try it again. A single. E7, runner on first is supposed to score. And that brings up Gehringer here. As you can see, the team's comparisons there. You got the Tigers 5-4, batting .215 with an on-base percentage of .316, slugging .344, and an OPS of .659. Senators are 6-4, batting .277, on-base percentage of .337, and OPS of .744, and a slugging of .407. So now you got Greenberg down at first, 2 outs. A run came in, an unearned run, and Charlie's at the plate now. He's batting .226 with no homers and 4 RBIs, and that's going to be a fly ball out to Rice. He makes the play, but a costly error by Gosling gives the Tigers a run. We go to the bottom of the first. Detroit 1. Senators coming up to bat with Rice, Travis, and Gosling. And Sam Rice is batting .273, no homers and 1 RBI. And Dizzy Trout, this will be his second appearance of the year. Doesn't have a record yet. He's 0-0 with a 5.87 ERA. Here's the pitch to Rice. And that's going to be a fly ball out to K-line and right for out number 1. Now Cecil Travis is up. And Travis is batting .167, 2 homers and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Travis out for out number 1. And here's Goose Gosling, who had the costly error. Goose is batting .378, 2 homers and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. He strikes out the last 2 batters, does Trout. Now to win the first, your score: Tigers 1, Senators nothing. We got Boone, Kuhn, and House due up here. And Ray Boone's batting .152, 2 homers and 7 RBIs. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That's a no doubt about her, folks. That ball was driven into deep center field. And Ray Boone, with his second home run of this series, gives the Tigers a 2-0 lead. So the Tigers upcoming schedule to go home, play 3 against the Orioles, and then the A's come to town. Here's Harvey Kuhn batting .229, no homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And that'll be out number 1. Wrong place. We'll redo that. I'll put it down to third. It's supposed to be at short. Hit the wrong button. Ground ball down to short. All righty, here comes Frank House now. And Frank, he's batting a 100 with 1 RBI. And that's going to be another ground ball down to Travis at short. 2 ground balls to short, 2 outs. And here comes Dizzy Trout. Can Dizzy help his own cause? He's 0 for 3 on the year. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. That's the Big Train's second strikeout. And that ends the inning. But the Tigers score 1 on the Ray Boone homer and lead this game 2-0. We got Killebrew, Manshee, and Vernon due up here. Killebrew's batting .286 with a homer and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a -3, 19. And that's going to be a ground ball right back to Dizzy. And he's up with it, fires over to first for out number 1. And Heine's up now. And Heine is batting .300 on the year with no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Boone's up with it. He fires across the diamond for out number 2. And Mickey Vernon now is batting .216. He's got a homer and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the K line, a 1-2-3 inning for Trout. To the top of the third we go. We got the top of the order due up here for the Tigers. Cobb, Hellman, and K-line. Cobb grounded out to the catcher his first time up. And that's going to be a rare play. 14 on a 40. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. So here's the 0-1 pitch to Cobb. And that's going to be a base on balls. He works a walk out of the deal. So Cobb's down at first. And see if Cobb's going to stay put down there. I think he's going to try to take off and steal here. Cobb, that'll be a 23. Yeah, new factor 0. Arm of 2, a 23. So a 45 or lower. Cobb's in there safely at second. And they throw him out. Cobb gets caught stealing. So now there's 1 out and nobody on. And Hellman, he walked his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Travis is up with it and fires over to first for out number 2. And now K-line's up now. K-line struck out his first time up against Johnson. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. Johnson strikes him out for the second time. We go to the bottom of the third. Still 2-0. As Buddy Myers due up, followed by Muddy Rule and Walter Johnson. And Buddy's batting .161. No homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. First walk given up by Dizzy Trout. Buddy down at first for Muddy Rule. And Muddy's batting .258 with no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a pitcher's best friend. That ball's hit down the short, over the second, over to Greenberg. 6-4-3 double play. Now there's 2 outs for the Big Train and nobody on. Walter Johnson's batting .250 on the year. No homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field because we don't need no stinking DH. So Walter Johnson is trying to do it all himself here. Breaks up the no-hitter. Gets on first. And back to the top of the order and Rice. Rice flew out the right field his first time up. And that's going to be against righty, 17. That's going to be a pop-up. Actually, that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Rice out. So that ends the inning. Walter Johnson gets on with a single and gets stranded at first. We go to the top of the fourth. 2-0 Tigers. And we got Greenberg, Gehringer, and Boone due up. Hanks 1 for 1 with an RBI single. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Hank out. Johnson's starting to settle in now, folks. That's his third strike, fourth strikeout of the game. And here's Charlie. He flew out the center his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right. And Heine makes the catch for out number 2. Here comes Boone. He homered his first time up. Here's the pitch to Ray. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 goes the Tigers. To the bottom of the 4th we go. Travis, Goslin, and Killebrew due up. Cecil, he struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a +2. Yep, 14. And that's going to be an infield hit. Nice Baltimore chop, and he gets down to first. Brings up Goose Goslin. Goslin struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to K-line and right for out number 1. And now we got Mr. Killebrew up now. And Hank, he grounded out to the mound his first time up. And that's going to be a 39. That's going to be a rare play. We'll have to re-roll the dice with a runner on first on a 39. A 54 on a 39. It's going to be the team. So we'll add up the team here. 8, 15, 17, 19, 21. Darn it, dropped it. 24. That'll be fielding column 1. What did I say? A 54. That's going to be a fly out in the right field. And a nice play out there by K-line for out number 2. Robbed him of a base hit, at least maybe a double. Track that one down. And that brings up Heine. And Heine's 0 for 1. He grounded out the third. And that's going to be hit down the second. And he'll go to short way over. Sorry, hit down the short. He'll go to short way over the second for out number 3. So the Senators strand 1. We go to the top of the 5th. And we got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Tigers. We got Harvey, House, and Trout due up here. Harvey's 0 for 1. He grounded out the shortest first time up. And that'll be a base on balls. Harvey gets aboard here. Brings up Frank House. And Frank, he grounded out the shortest first time up. And that's going to be a catcher, 36 on an 8. Should be fielding column 1. And it is. That's going to be a foul ball. And Muddy takes off the mask near the dugout, makes the catch for out number 1. Trout's going to try to bunt him over to second, get him in scoring position. Trout struck out his first time up. And a 30. And that's going to be bunted down the third. Killebrew's only play is going to be the first with Mickey covering. And the runner will get in scoring position, but now there's 2 outs. Let's see if Todd Cobb can deliver here. Cobb is 0 for 1. He's grounded out to the catcher and walked and got caught stealing. And he gets a hold of this one. Ty Cobb trying to add to this 3-run lead. And that ball is high. That ball is far. 2-run homer by Ty Cobb. And this ball game is now doubled up. It is now 4-0 Detroit. Ty Cobb trots around the bases, and the fans here in Washington boo. And that'll bring up Hellman now. He's 0 for 1. He has walked and grounded out the short. Here's the pitch to Hellman. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He comes back to strike him out in the inning, but Ty Cobb hits the home run and extends that Tigers lead to 4-0 here in the 5th. We got Vernon, Meyer, and Rule due up here. Mickey is 0 for 1. He flew out the right. And that's going to be another fly ball. This one again to right. Kalon makes another catch for out number 1. And Buddy Meyer up now. And Buddy, he walked his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Trout strikes him out. That's Trout's 4th strikeout of the game. Here comes the Muddy one, Muddy Rule. Muddy grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. And that's going to be a 19. That's going to be a fly ball in the right field. K-Line's got it for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 goes the Senators. To the top of the 6th we go. We got the big boys due up here. Got K-Line, Greenberg, and Gehringer. Al is 0 for 2. The big train struck him out twice. Not this time. That ball is gone, folks. He launched that one. 3 dingers given up by Walter Johnson in this game. As K-Line pulls that ball into the gap in left field. That one was going by a country mile. It is now 5-0 Tigers. Now you got Hank Greenberg up. He's 1 for 2. He had an RBI single his first time up. And he struck out. And that's going to be a base on balls. And the big train struggling here in the 6th. He's due to lead off. They'd like to see him at least get through this 6th inning. Charlie's up now. He's 0 for 2. He's flown out the center and right. And against the big train, that'll be against the righty, that'll be a 27. That will be a ground ball back. That's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. And that's the big train 6th strikeout for out number 1. Here's Boone. Boone's already homered off of Walter Johnson. He's 1 for 2 with a solo homer, grounded out the short. And that's going to be hit down the short again. And that's going to be a slow roller. Any play is going to be over to first, but nice play down there. The runner will get in scoring position now with 2 outs for Harvey Kuhn. And Harvey is 0 for 1. He's walked and grounded out the short. And that's going to be another base on balls. Harvey walks. Now there's runners on first and second for Frank House. Can Frank add to this 5-run lead? As House is 0 for 2. He's grounded out the short and popped up to the catcher. And that's going to be a ground ball down the line drive down the second. Nice play down there by Buddy. And that'll end the inning. But the Tigers score 1 on the Al K-Line homer. Make this a 5-0 ball game. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Walter Johnson. And then we got the top of the order due up here. Johnson can only go 6 innings. Gets roughed up a little bit here by the Tigers. See who's going to come out here and pitch hit against Dizzy Trout. And it's going to be Clyde's going to come off the bench. Bring on the lefty. Mellon comes off the bench. And Clyde is batting .333 on the year. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a base hit, an infield hit against Trout. So the pitch hit single by Clyde. He gets a board here with nobody out. And he's going to be taken off, I think. Well, they're down by 5. He's probably going to stay put, but he's got excellent speed. Excellent speed. I think he's taken off. That's a 28 minus 5, 23. And that would be a 45 or lower. And he's in there with a stolen base. Gets in the scoring position with nobody out. For Mr. Sam Rice. Rice is 0 for 2. He has flown out the right and struck out. And that's going to be a base on balls. Trout all of a sudden here in the bottom of the 6th got himself in a pickle. Nobody out with a 5-run lead. Runners on first and second. And you got Cecil Travis, who's 1 for 2. He has struck out and singled his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Let's see here, a 32. That should be fielding column 1. And it is. And that's going to be the old 1-6-3 double play. It's a nice play by Trout. Runner will get down the third, but now there's 2 outs. And Clyde's down at third for Goose Goslin. Goose is 0 for 2 today. He has struck out and flew out the right. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and Trout strikes him out. So after the first 2 runners get aboard, Trout comes back and gets out of the inning with nobody scoring. Let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen here. Might be Mickey Hafner. Might be the Mick coming out of the bullpen. You got Trout, the lefty. Let's see here. Now it's going to be Boo Newsom's coming out of the bullpen. See what old Boo can do for you. Don't boo-hoo to me. So Boo's trying to keep us a 5-run lead. This is 4th game. He's 0-1 with a 4.91 ERA. And he'll be facing Trout and then back to the top of the order and Cobb and Hellman. And Dizzy's 0 for 1 today. He struck out and had a sacrifice bunt. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Buddy at second. Over to the Vernon. And that'll be out number 1. Here comes Ty Cobb up now. Cobb's 1 for 2. He has he has homered and walked. He had a 2-run homer his last time up. And he's going to hit this one well against Boo. Boo-hoo says that ball is hit in the left center field. Rice couldn't get to it. It's rolling around. Goslin comes up with it, fires it in, but Ty Cobb's speed, that's going to be a 1-out triple. Cobb down at third with only 1 out. That's going to force the infield in. And Hellman's up. He's 0 for 2. He has walked, came around to score. He's grounded out the short and struck out. And that's going to be against a 9. Is it really that bad? He's really that bad. So against 11. That's going to be a single in the left. And Cobb's going to score. And it is now 6-0. Runner down at first. And now K-line up. And Kaline's 1 for 3. He's homered in this game. He struck out twice against Johnson and homered against Walter. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. So Boo strikes out Al Kaline, and he gets the old hat trick, strikes out 3 times in the game. Here's Hank Greenberg. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI single, struck out and walked. And that's going to be a 10 on an 8. And that's going to be another single. This one's going to be in the left field, and Harry's going to stop at second. And Charlie's up now. And Charlie is 0 for 3. He's flown out the center, right, and struck out. And that's going to be hit out in front of the plate. No, that's going to be a hit by pitch. A hit by pitch. So Charlie gets beamed, and that might be a little frustration from these Senators. Wait a second. We got the wrong chart. Might not have been. Nope. Redo it. Sorry about that. We're looking at the wrong chart. It was first and second. 61, 22. That's the catcher. And fielding column 1. That's going to be a single in the right. Runner out trying to score. So, a single in the right. And Hellman's going to get thrown out trying to score. And that'll win the inning, folks. But as Aaron Reed joins us here. Hello, Aaron. And we make it to the 7th inning stretch. It's 6-0 Tigers. You got Killebrew due up, followed by Heine and Mickey. And Harmon's 0 for 2. He's grounded out to the pitcher and flew out the right. And he gets a hold of this one. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is gone, folks. That is only the 4th hit given up by Trout. And that makes it a 6-1 ball game now. And Heine comes up. And he's 0 for 2. He is grounded out the 3rd and reached on a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And all of a sudden, Trout's struggling here in the 7th. That'll get the bullpen up. Mickey Verns up with nobody out and a runner down at first. Mickey's 0 for 2. He's flown out the right both times. And that is going to be a holding a runner. That's going to be a single in the right field. And right now, Trout can't buy any luck. Gets through the hole down at first and second. We got first and second now, and still nobody out. It's a 5-run lead, so they're going to try to see if Trout can get out of this mess. Buddy's due up now. He's 0 for 1. He has walked and struck out, yet to put the ball in play. And that's what the Tigers is looking for. A ground ball down the 3rd. Can Boone turn this into a round the horn double play? 45 on a 4. I'll be fielding column 2. And that is going to be the old 5-4-3. F batter safe at first. And Meyer's going to beat the throw. So that's just going to be a force out at second. So Buddy's able to beat the throw. And now we got first and 3rd, 1 out. They're going to play back for the double play. Muddy's already hit into one of them. He hit into a 6-4-3 double play and flew out the right. Here's the pitch to Muddy. And he ain't hitting into a double play this time. He squares this one up. And that ball is driven into the gap in deep center field. And that'll clear the bases. So that's a 2 RBI double in the deep center field. And all of a sudden now, it's a 6-3 ball game. And that'll be it for Boo. And they're trying to get Trout through this inning. He's due up 3rd. See, the judge is going to come off the bench All rise. Joe Judge is coming off the bench. See if he can cut into this lead. There's only one out here. And the Judge is batting .250. No homers and no RBIs. Runner down at second and only one out. And it's a 6-3 ball game. And that's going to be a base on balls. Trout is struggling big time here. Back to the top of the order, and Sam Rice. And do they go to the bullpen is the question. Let's see here. Bring on a lefty here. He might just do that. Whitehill is going to come out of the bullpen. That's going to be it for Trout. Then no pitch hit for Whitehill. He'll just come in and try to get out of this inning. So this will be Trout coming out of the game. Whitehill is going to come in the game. Pitch to Rice. And this is Whitehill's sixth appearance. He's 0-1 with a save with a 5.79 ERA. Runners on first and second. Looking for that ground ball double play. Get out of this inning. Rice is 0 for 2. He's flown out, struck out, and walked. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Hellman's got it. And Muddy with his speed's not going nowhere. Up to the plate now is Cecil Travis. And Travis is 1 for 3. He has struck out, singled, and grounded into a 1-6-3 double play. And that's going to be another fly ball to Hellman. So Whitehill comes in, does the job against the two lefties. But the Senators score 3, make it a 6-3 ball game. See who's going to come out here and pitch now for the Senators. You got the righty, a lefty, and a pitch hitter most likely for Whitehill. I don't know. You got the righty lefties coming up. They might let him stay in the game. He's the only lefty they got. So let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen here. You got Harvey. So they got a lefty out there. And it might be Hafner's coming in. Mickey's going to come in here and pitch. Mickey Hafner comes out of the bullpen. They're going to bring in the lefty. And this is Mickey's 4th appearance. He's 1-0 with a save, has yet to give up a run. And he'll be facing Boone, Kuhn, and House. So let's see if Mr. Boone can do something here. Boone is 1 for 3 with a solo homer. He has grounded out the short his other 2 times up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Mickey gets a strikeout. Brings up Harvey now. And Harvey's 0 for 1. He has walked twice and grounded out the short. And that's going to be another base on balls. So Harvey's down at first. And that'll bring up Frank House. And are they going to pitch hit for Frank? I think they are. Going to pitch hit for Frank. And Johnny Blassler is going to come in and pitch hit and stay in the game and catch. He adds a little more defense. Plus, he's a righty. So Blassler will come in the game. And where is he at? There's Johnny. He bats a little bit. He bats worse against lefties. So we're not doing that. Damn. House is going to stay in the game. House doesn't bat well against lefties, but Blaster is even worse. Sorry about that. So House is going to stay in the game. And House is 0 for 3. He is grounded out, popped up, and lined out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Now he's struck out. So now there's 2 down. And like I say, I think we're going to let Whitehill bat here and pitch to these lefties coming up. This will be Earl's first bat appearance of the year. And in 1927, he batted .205, no homers and 3 RBIs. See if he can get it done here. We know we don't need no stinking DH. And that's going to be a ground ball out in front of the mound, out in front of the plate. A 32 on an 8 should be fielding column 1. And it is. And that's going to be a single in the right. Runner out trying to score. So Harvey tried to score from first. Crazy. Crazy, I say. So that's going to be a single in the right. And runner gets thrown out at the plate. Nice job by Heine out there. And that ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. As Whitehill delivers, but a nice throw cuts the runner down. And we got Goslin, Killebrew, and Heine due up here after making that great throw. And Goose is 0 for 3. And he is struck out twice and flew out the right. And he gets a hold of this one now. That ball is high. That ball is far. So much to pitching to the lefties. And that makes it a 2-run game. Now you got Harmon Killebrew up. And Killebrew's 1 for 3. He's homered, grounded out to the pitcher, and flew out the right. And that's going to be a rare play, a 39 on a 53. And that's going to be a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Killebrew. And that's going to be hit back to Whitehill. He fires over to first for out number 1. And here comes Heine up now. And Heine's 1 for 3. He has singled, grounded out the third, and reached on a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field again. Well, first time for him. Sorry about that. That's 2 down. And here comes Mickey Vernon up now. And Mickey's 1 for 3. He has flown out the right twice and hit a single. And that's going to be a base on ball. So Mickey gets a board here. So the tying run comes to the plate, and Buddy Meyer with 2 down here in the 8th. And Buddy's 0 for 2. He has walked, struck out, and reached on a fielder's choice. And that's going to be the old ground ball down to first. Hanks got it. He's going to take it himself. Or is he? Yep, he's going to take it himself and step on the bag for out number 3. So we go to the top of the 8th. Ty Cobb's up now, followed by Hellman and K-Line. Cobb is 2 for 3. He's got a homer and a triple, and he has walked. And here's the pitch to Cobb. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Killebrew. He fires over to first for out number 1. And Hellman's up now. And Harry's 1 for 3 with an RBI today. And that's going to be a base on balls. So the Tigers get an insurance run down at first. And here's Al K-Line. Can Al make them pay here? K-Line is 1 for 4 with a 3-run homer. Here's the pitch to K-Line. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Heine's got room short of the track for out number 2. And here comes old Hank Greenberg. Greenberg is 2 for 3 with an RBI today. Struck out his other time up. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strikes. Can Hank make this 2-0 pitch pay off? And that comes back to strike him out, folks. That ends the top of the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's 6-4 Detroit. And they're going to let Whitehill stay in the game here. Try to get a 3-inning save. You got Muddy Rule, pitch hitter for Mickey. And back to Sam Rice. Muddy's 1 for 3 with a 2 RBI double his last time up. And that's going to be against the lefty. That's going to be a single, I believe. Let's see here. 12. Nope, that's going to be a nice play down at short. Harvey dive and stop, fires over to first and robs Muddy Rule of a base hit. Nice job down there by Harvey. Little tip of the cap by Earl. We'll have a pitch hitter now. See who's going to come off the bench. And Joe Collins going to come off the bench. See what Joe can do against the lefty. Joe's batting .364 on the year. 1 homer and 4 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Joe. And that's going to be a base on balls. Tying run's going to come to the plate. We're back to the top of the order, and Sam Rice with a runner on first and 1 out. Rice is 0 for 3. He has flown out the right, center, struck out, and walked. And against the lefty, that'll be a 15. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Cobb makes the catch for out number 2. So the Senators are down to the last out, and Cecil Travis. Let's see here. Are we going to pitch it for Cecil? I think we are. Let's see here. Do they got anybody else that can play short? That is the question. They can move Buddy over to short. Well, Joe just came in to pitch hit. So that's what they can do here if they tie this game up. So Roy Severs is going to come out here and pitch hit. He's got some pop. So I'm going to pitch hit here for Travis. See if Sears Roy can come in here. Where's the lefties at? Righties. The righties here. Where's Roy? There he is. And Roy is batting .294 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And here's the question. Do they bring in a righty to pitch to Roy? I say they do. Ed Wilt is going to come in and pitch this pitch here. That's what they're going to do. They're not going to let Whitehill pitch. Ed's going to come out here, try to lock this down. So that's it for Earl. And see if Ed can shut this down here. And for some reason, they want to put him out in left field. Okay, so you got a runner down at first, 2 outs. This is Ed's 6th appearance. He's 1-1 with 1 save. Here's the pitch to Roy. And that's going to be a 40. That'll be the team wow pitch of 3. And it is. That's going to be a wow pitch. No harm, no foul, really. That runner down there at second doesn't mean anything. So now the 1-0 pitch to Roy. And that's going to be another wild pitch, probably. Let's see. A 40, a pass ball of a P2 or 3. And he's P1, so it's not. So that'll be a rare play. A 55 with a runner down at second on a 40. So this game's getting crazy, folks. 45 and a 40. That'll be hit out to right field. We'll have to re-roll here. K-line is a 3. And a 52 on a 3. Still might be fielding column 1. And a 53, barely fielding column number 1. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field, and that'll end this ball game, folks. K-line makes a nice play. End the game. And the Tigers win this 6-4. Split the series here in Washington. Take a look here at the box score. And the Tigers 6 runs on 9 hits and no errors. The Senators 4 runs, 8 hits and 1 error. Todd Cobb was the man today. 2 for 4, had a homer, 2 RBIs. Al Kaline with a homer, Ray Boone with a homer. The Tigers an awesome 3 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Cobb did get thrown out trying to steal. Tigers even 3 for 4, left 7 men on base. And for the Senators, nobody had a multiple hit game. You did have Goslin and Killebrew going deep. And the Tigers were a terrible 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position. They left 7 men on base. Trout gets the win, goes 6 1/3, 7 hits, 3 runs, walked 3, struck out 5, gave up a homer. Whitehill comes in, pitches 2 1/3, 1 hit, 1 run, walked 2, and gave up a homer. And Ed Wilt comes in and gets the save, a third of an inning. Walter Johnson picks up his first loss of the year. He sure didn't have his stuff today. 6 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned. Walked 5, struck out 6, and gave up 3 bombs. Newsom comes in 1 inning, 4 hits, 1 run, struck out 1. And Mickey Hayford did a good job. Came in and pitched 2 innings, 1 hit, walked 2, and struck out 3. But the Tigers hold on to win this game 6-4. Take a look here at the standings and the leaderboard in the American League. And the Yankees are now a half a game up on the Indians. The Orioles and the Senators are a game back. The Tigers and the Red Sox are a game and a half back. White Sox 2.5, and the A's are 4. Ted Williams is leading the league with a .500 batting average. Now Al Kaline's tied with Lou and Babe with 5 home runs. Ted Williams with 13 RBIs. You got a multiple of guys tied with 11 RBIs for second. And you got now Mickey Hafner with no ERA leading the league with that. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pitchers with 2 wins, and 1, 2, 3, 4 pitchers with 2 saves. And you got Lou Gehrig leading in the MVP voting, Jack Chesbro for the best pitcher. I want to thank Aaron Reed for joining us here today. Check out his great channel, folks. And if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for reminders. On your way out of here, hit the like button and leave a comment. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care.